4, 3, 2, 1.
Cue music.
This is Movies First with Alex First.
Get all the Marvel superheroes together and stage one elongated fight that goes for the length of the movie against a maniacal villain set on controlling the universe. That is what Avengers Infinity War dishes up. It's the 19th film in the franchise, which is the most successful in movie history, with takings thus far of $15 billion. The superheroes are drawn together to fight despot Thanos, Josh Brolin, who'll stop at nothing to collect all 6 Infinity Stones, which represent the different elements responsible for life, in his quest to wield unimaginable power. Not to be too precious about them, but these stones, red, blue, yellow, green, orange and purple, just look like some cheap coloured glass. When the movie starts, Thanos has a couple. And surprise, surprise, only minor spoiler alert here, the fate of the cosmos naturally gets down to the last stone. Despite a valiant effort at merging all these characters, including interplay between groups of them, which incorporate ample humorous asides and muscle flexing, Avengers Infinity War is not altogether successful. Sure, it's great to see the whole Marvel family together, but battle after battle simply became boring. Also, I felt it was like snippets of different films pieced together in the hope that more will be more, which it isn't. When you have 20 plus superheroes in one film, no matter that it runs for 2 hours 29 minutes, very few characters have any more than a few scenes, and the development of the vast majority is non-existent or limited. Probably the only one I can single out as an exception is Zoe Saldana as Gamora, the estranged daughter of Thanos and girlfriend of Chris Pratt's character, Peter Quill and Star-Lord.
You're listening to Movies First. For more, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Those fighting the good fight include Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and Iron Man, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, and Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner and the Hulk. Ruffalo's character is amongst the most fun because, try as he does, Banner just can't manage to channel his inner Hulk and is left mighty frustrated by that. Tony Stark is none too pleased either. Chris Evans is Steve Rogers and Captain America, Scarlett Johansson, Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, and Don Cheadle returns as Colonel James Rhodes and War Machine. Benedict Cumberbatch has quite a prominent role as Doctor Strange, who locks horns with Stark, and Tom Holland reprises Peter Parker and Spider-Man, an Avenger in training. Chadwick Boseman, who made a splash as T'Challa and Black Panther, leads his troops into battle. Others featured include Karen Gillan as Nebula, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and Paul Bettany as Vision. Elizabeth Olsen is Wanda Maximoff and Scarlet Witch. Anthony Mackie is Sam Wilson and Falcon, and Sebastian Stan comes back as Bucky Barnes and Winter Soldier. And the roll call continues. Idris Elba as Heimdall, Danai Gurira as Okoye, Benedict Wong as Wong, Pom Clementif as Mantis, and Dave Bautista as Drax. Vin Diesel plays Tree Stump Groot, and Bradley Cooper, the raccoon with attitude, Rocket. I shouldn't forget to mention Gwyneth Paltrow, who appears briefly as Pepper Potts, while Benicio del Toro is the Collector. There's also a scene with William Hurt as the arrogant Secretary of State, Thaddeus Ross. Directors Anthony and Joe Russo, who are behind a couple of Captain America movies, have fashioned this Avengers blockbuster, written by a duo that's been responsible for 4 other films in the franchise. Christopher Markus and Stephen McFeely are their names. Having quite enjoyed some of the earlier instalments of Marvel films, especially Iron Man, they've tried to throw the proverbial kitchen sink at Avengers Infinity War to mark the 10th anniversary of the franchise. It's decent, but hardly memorable, as the plot is thin and didn't sustain its bloated running time. It scores a 6 out of 10.
You've been listening to Movies First with Alex First. Subscribe to the full podcast at Audioboom, Stitcher and iTunes, or your favourite podcast distributor. This has been another quality podcast production from Bytes.com.